Hey Gary, good morning. It's Paul here. I've got your bike up on the lift, and I just have to make a, quick report to you. I'm confident that you know about these things, as the bike was in an accident before I got the bike, but I just need to point out to you the somewhat severity of the damages. First one being on the rear wheel. You can probably see I've already got the new tire installed, brand new tread on these brand new Diablos. I've put a little mark on the rubber there. That'll rub off probably by the time you get to the end of the alley. But it's pointing, an arrow is pointing at the rim because I'm not sure you can see it here, but there's a pretty significant dent in your rim here. I'm not sure you can see that. It's maybe if I pull back a little bit, or maybe if I close in a little bit. But there's a pretty significant dent there. Now, I'm assuming that this is probably a result of the accident. There's less evidence of it on the other side, although it is very slightly present on the other side. But the rim is definitely dented right there. Moving right along here to the front wheel, I have clearly marked, this is the old tire, so I haven't installed the new one yet. But I clearly marked right here where you can clearly see that the rim is dented so severely that it's actually lifting up enough to reveal the bead of the tire. Now, this will not significantly... Yeah, see, there's nothing really showing on the other side, which does make sense. This is the direction of rotation, by the way. The wheel, yeah, it goes inside the bike that way. So if I just lay this down here gently, you can see that bike obviously going in this direction, that there's damages throughout the bike, showing clearly that the bike went down. Now, you've probably had some of the other pieces replaced, and that's all good and fine and all. I just want to make sure that you are fully aware of the damages to the front rim being pretty significant, in my opinion. I think this could be corrected if you took it to a rim straightening shop, but I do want to mention that this type of damage, the tire is definitely holding air, and that's about all I'm going to say. I think you know what I'm trying to say. Now, the other thing that I wanted to impress upon you was, let's lower the bike down here a little bit, as you probably noticed, I've got your clutch cable completely exposed here. I removed it. I removed your clutch cable because your tire, your used tire, appears to be showing signs of worn steering bearings. And although I'm unable to sort of show this to you because I have to hold the cable, hold the camera, and turn the handlebars at the same time, it's very difficult for me to show you that, in my opinion, your steering bearings are about done. It's so subtle that I can't say you need to get them done, but I can say that I feel something is very, very light. So it's in the beginning, and typically what's happening with bad steering bearings is either A, you've impacted them due to an accident, which, well, we know your bike was in an accident, or B, due to mileage. And your bike actually doesn't show very high mileage. That's the trip. Temperature be okay, yeah. So 17. Oops. Yeah, so 17,000. You're not that high, especially on a bike this light. It shouldn't go through bearings that quickly. Turn that off. But I do feel something nonetheless. Accident or mileage, something does feel so light. And in order to feel this, I have to remove the clutch cable. I remove the front wheel, so the steering is very, very light. And it's able to reveal to me just a very slight centering of your steering bearings. So what does that mean? Obviously, the more you ride, the worse the bearings are going to become, and this potentially can ruin your brand new tire that you're about to install. However, you already know that there's a pretty significant dent in the front tire. You know that there's a dent in the rear tire and subsequent damages on the other side of the bike. I just want to make you aware of what's happening. If you notice that your front tire is crowning the way this old tire has, chances are it's possibly because of the rim, the bearings, etc., etc. So just FYI, excuse me. Okay, and lastly, I just checked your wheel bearings. They're fine. Their wheel bearings are fine. Steering bearings probably need attention, but later.